All right, so this is still, what are we on? Day 2? What is it? Saturday, 4th of July weekend, and camp's empty again. Everybody keeps going off and doing stuff in different groups. Me and Everett went flying, had to go moto out. Tom came with us in the Jeep, and then he bumped into Mark and Suzie and Timmy leaving out in the side-by-side, so they're all off wheeling together. Chris and his daughter and the dog are down there fishing somewhere. These guys camp hard. Seeing the deuce and a half. This thing used to be 2 axles in the back, and then they made it a single axle setup. Mark didn't do it, he bought it this way, and it's super capable. Like, they wheel this thing all the way down the Rubicon, no problem. Mark has a very fixed up, souped out Jeep that we're gonna go look at here in a second. So Everett gets to drive this thing everywhere when they go places. It's pretty cool. It's got, I don't know anything about it other than it's super rad, but it's all basically original. Check out how many bolts are on the wheels, because it's a whatever multi-piece wheel, then it's a bead lock, and then it bolts to the axle. Big tank. Look at the front. Oh, now look at the front. Thing's sweet. It's a 71. Yeah. It's got an operating instruction in case you got to jump in and make it happen. You could read it and try to figure it out. It's super old. You get to double clutch sometimes, not all the time. High range, low range. It's a beast to drive. This is custom. Dude makes them in Auburn, and he takes the 2-axle one, shortens it up, and then they... Or 3-axle one. Well, two axles in the back. 3 axles makes it... Anyway, you get the idea. We already went over all that. But the bed is a trailer that they use for these things. So that's rad. Oh, and don't mind the movie screen when you camp, because you got to have a movie night. This thing has a Hemi in it. It's a 6.4 liter monster, and it crushes trail like nobody's business. He got this from a dude in Colorado, and then he had Jeep Speed Shop do a bunch of stuff to it so that he could get it souped up some more and finally get it California legal, because smog is super lame out here. But Jeep Speed Shop knows how to do all that stuff. Oh, we should look at Jason's truck, because Jason's Power Wagon looks like an RC car, if you ask me. Wow, there, full-size honcho. We don't know what size lipos it takes, but it wheels like a boss. All King shocks. How big are these tires, Everett? 43s. And it mobs around like no problem. It's a fully fabricated 9-inch front end that he had made. It's okay, sweetie. I know, I'll go away. But super custom rig. Oh, here, we'll get it from in the light. But Jason's a wheeler. They call him Winchbag. I'm not sure why, but that's his name. thing sounds so rad. We're gonna go adventure to the back 40, but before we get there, I want to show you the coolest part about this camp spot. There is a camp shower that has warm water. I didn't think that it was gonna be warm, but apparently the people who were camping here the week before, they came and set this all up. There's a nice lady that brought in some black irrigation hose, and it runs to a creek that's up here, kinda, that all comes from the snow melt. So it's all snow melt that builds up over here, and since it's uphill, they like siphon it all the way down, and then you get this sweet camp shower setup that's got like rocks to stand on so you don't get muddy feet. And then there's a spigot up here. Let me show you. Hot water comes out. Sweet. This place has unbelievable amounts of scaling available. Like everywhere you go, there's something cool to crawl on. I feel bad for driving over the flowers, right? But that seems rude. So this is my Axial original SCX10, the Gen 1, if you will, that has been through many hours. It's been 2 Ultra 5Ks, I think, plus a bunch of Axial Fest runs. This thing's been my workhorse. I did not build this cage. My buddy the Goat built it for me. If you've seen this truck before, I mention it every time because it's a rad cage. It takes a basically stock Tamiya Toyota cab. You just have to trim the fenders off, and I actually do those with a pair of body scissors, so it's super easy, and it pops right in there, pretty straightforward. But truck's been good. My TRX was clapped out. My Trail Walker, I didn't have any real parts for, and I don't know that I'm a super fan of the brush motor setup either. So if we're gonna come out here and like be crawling with dudes who got brushless rigs and they're super capable and all that, I brought Old Faithful because this thing hardly ever lets me down, and I have enough parts to fix it in a little bag that carries around in my trail bag, because people always have SCX10s, so it's nice to have parts for them. I don't have a ton of spare parts for the rest of the stuff that I got, but there's a little creek that runs from the top down to here, and when the snow's not all melted, this is actually running with water that we're walking through right here. Oh, I forgot to bring my phone for sweet scalar pictures. The best part about this camp spot, no signal whatsoever. So you just put your phone in airplane mode and leave it in the cup holder in your camping chair and enjoy your weekend. Everett's here. He's got his Vanquish. Which one is this? VS410 Pro. Did you add any sweet option parts? Or you don't need to with this truck? Oh, he's got a dig in there. Oh, overdrive's sweet. And that's got a 2300 or an 1800 in it. Axe 2300 system. Mine has an 1800 system in it, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm not saying it's testing anything, but I might be testing something. The drivetrain in this truck is so terrible. I should hit up Matt and have him get me some new MIP drivelines. Uh-oh. I think we might be able to get up. Yeah. We've come to a go-around line. These rocks are very good. They're pointy in all the right places, and when they're flat, they're porous and have a lot of traction. Ooh, this is gonna be tricky. Maybe this side? Nope. The rock moves. Sounds like it's mad. It's all, I don't want to go on these rocks. But it actually loves it. Oh, that was sweet.
Your truck have underovers in it?
I do, I think it does. It has over in the front, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe an under in the rear. But it doesn't have both. It just has one or the other. I haven't taken it apart in like 5 years, so I really have no idea. Oh, don't do it, don't do it. Oh, that's not it. Oh, no, suck. Oh, I should have stood closer. Camera can't even see what's going on over here. Oh.
Got out of the truck and forgot where he was.
Yep. I kind of went to lane line. Looks like there's a high topper in the middle if you can. Yeah. Doot. Oh, the rock gave up at the last minute. Little popper? That's not scale, he says. In real life, that's how you break stuff.
Not rock concert yet.
I'm kind of going off trail.
Going wherever the truck goes.
Well, I thought there was a line that I was gonna make look cool, but I should have turned left where you're at. Yeah, like that. 'Cause that looks cool. I went on a Rubicon trip once with Mark and these guys. Everett didn't get to go. He went later. But there was a guy driving a Toyota. He was very drunk. And he was driving at full throttle everywhere, and he just kept doing laps. I don't know if you guys have ever gone to the Rubicon. You like camp out, and either people wheel around all weekend, or they camp and watch people wheel by. And this dude, his name was Kevin. I still remember. I don't remember anybody's name, but I remember Kevin in the Toyota. And he would mob the whole time. I scale like Kevin. Just try to get there as fast as you can. He would back up stuff that people couldn't get up forward. And his little Toyota was pinned the whole time. That's what I should do, is gear this thing way down so I can just drive it pinned everywhere. Uh-oh. Up and log crossing. I think up. That was sweet. Oh, ever found a man line?
There's a branch in the way. We might have to remove the branch.
That's allowed. Get out with your chainsaw. Do it scale.
Ridden. So good.
The traction. The rocks are very high bite. That and we run Proline tires, so we have excellent traction in all conditions. Does it come with the knuckle weights?
No, those are wheel weights.
Yeah, that's what I meant, wheel weights.
No, those are
Brass discs.
Those are go between the wheel and the hub. They're beef patties.
Gotcha.
They're the
Beef patty.
2.2 versions that I machined down to fit inside of a 1.9.
Oh, super custom.
So I can get more weight.
Yeah, max fill.
Max fill, exactly. There's a undercut on the passenger rear that's just fighting.
It wants to go,
But yeah.
but it can't. Ooh, warming up them meats.
The Predator compounds really like to be warmed up.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, business as usual.
They call him the professor, folks. Oh, work into that wedge slab right there and drive up it? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go down and in the easy way though. How do I get it to turn? Like that. Just drive her in there. The branches back there, and then oh. That drivetrain is smooth. I'm gonna try this heating up the tires business. Oh, I thought I was gonna save that sweet wheelie, but uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, that's not it. Oh, do the up and around? Yeah, that's a good idea. Look at my 80-point turns. Bypassing. We'll watch Everett work it out. The thing is, he's a better driver and his trucks work better, so he makes me look like a fool when I'm out on trail. It's cool though.
Kevin got in there and dug it all out.
Stupid Kevin. It's steep and off camber, like it wants you to fall in. Look at how much steering angle that thing has. My goodness.
Lots. There's lots of steering.
Oh. Oh, nice. Oh, spoke too soon. Easy. Oh, really? That was the original shower pickup?
Yeah, it was running off of that.
Oh, okay.
Pouring.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh.
Rock bouncing yet?
Oh yeah! Ooh. Oh no!
Almost a rollover.
Oh, I was trying not to touch my truck, but one touch. Oh!
It's all gone. No more hot showers.
I guess I got the last one. My bad.
Somebody's gotta get it.
Count it. Oh, that's right, the cool guy line. I forgot. I should follow Everett. He knows the driving. Oh, I looked away to make sure I was getting the shot, and I ruined the shot. Oh no. Oh no. The rock moved. Oh, I thought I was gonna jump. It didn't jump. My Traxxas jumps things with the speed. This one doesn't jump things. This truck really does not like side hilling. It may have something to do with the lack of oil in the shocks. Camp at night. There's rock music on the big screen. Cute fire. Camp chef stoves making us lots of hot food. And he's got like a million of these Bosch lights that he points at the trees so that we get this sweet ambient lighting everywhere. Day 3, Sunday morning, afternoonish. I don't know, what is it, 1 o'clock? 2 o'clock? We got some new visitors today. I just moved the ground, but we did group picture and we had everything lined up with the sweet mountains in the background, the Deuce, green, blue, that's Timmy's rig, that's Joe's Ranger, and that's Joe's XR 400 also, and that's Joe. He's mountain gold mining man. But I'm gonna load up nothing onto the Grom. They took all my stuff, all my gear for me, so I just have to ride myself and the Grom out. I'm gonna go out the easy way this time, follow the Jeeps, and not go in the murder direction, so I'm looking forward to it. Professor in the Deuce. hope the camera gets some of that. That's some fun. It's a little intense, but it's fun. All right, survived. That was awesome. I lost count of what day it is. I think it's day 4. Day 5? I don't know. It's Monday. We came back to Mark's cabin in the woods, which is, you know, it's a house. It's not a cabin. But figured take a moment to check in and show everybody this radness, because Mark's got cool stuff. He's got this sweet mural on the wall. He's got all sorts of bikes in the upper deck. He's got the Jeep. The Deuce actually usually lives right in here, and it just parks over the camping gear, which I think is cool. But check this out, dude. It's the Yeti urinal. It looks like a Yeti face, and the urinal is where it smells. But anyway, good times. I had an awesome weekend. I think I'm gonna get on my motorcycle and ride home the 250 some odd miles that there is, so that'll be good. Because I can't remember the name of it. But anyway,